Hey socialites, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Ariel. I create beauty videos, a little bit of fashion, and lifestyle vlogs. So if that seems like something you're interested in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can become a socialite. So today's video is going to be a full review and wear test of the new Nars powder. Now this is the Nars Soft Matte Advanced Perfecting Powder. The claims of this foundation is to be a multi-purpose skin perfecting powder that blurs imperfections, smooths the look of the skin, and sets your makeup for up to 24 hours. One of the key ingredients is cocoa butter treated mica minerals, and this allows the formula to glide on effortlessly, leaving the skin with a silk-like texture. Another key ingredient is niacinamide, and this minimizes the appearance of pores and absorbs oil over time. I did pick this powder up from Sephora and it retails for $36. So yeah, if you want to see how I got this look and my thoughts on this powder by the end of the night, then keep on watching. Okay, socialites, so I'm going to start off with foundation. And for foundation, I'm going to use the Estee Lauder Double Wear Sheer Long Wear Makeup Foundation. For full review of this foundation, go ahead and click on that link right there. For concealer, I'm using the Hourglass Vanish Concealer. This one is in the color Maple.
Got it in a question. Oh, it ain't no one for guessing. No more than emotionally invested. Showing you all my imperfections. Oh, if I let you down.
For contour, the Sculpt Tape Contour Wand from Tarte. So now the star of the show. So this is the outer packaging. It's just like most of NARS other packaging, where it's just sort of that super soft cardboard type, but it has like a soft pillowy texture to it that's matte black, white writing on there. You open it up and then you have this matte black circle packaging with the white writing. Super chic, typical NARS packaging, just chic and modern. And this is the color Sun Shore. Sun Shore is what I'll be using to set the under eye area. So Sun Shore looks like sort of a bright yellowy, almost like a banana type color. Feels really soft, almost velvety, and when I rub it in my fingers, it almost feels like I'm rubbing not a powder in my hands, but rubbing something that's almost like a velvet, super soft, cushiony velvet type texture. It feels very nice to the touch. I'm gonna go right in, look up.
Holding me tight, loving me right, giving me life all night. You could be telling me lies, making me cry, wasting my time the whole time. So just be careful what you take for granted. Yeah.
To set the other areas in my face, I did get another color. This one's in the color Offshore, and it looks like this. So this one's more of like a pinky brown color. This is the second to the darkest color. The color next to this is actually the darkest that they have, which was a little darker than my skin tone. So I thought this would be the closest thing to set all over. So I'm gonna go right in. So these powders do have quite a bit of pigmentation. They are not sheer powders. To bronze my skin, I'm using the Sephora Micro Smooth Powder, and this one is in the color Ebony. So because this is about the actual powder, I'm gonna finish the rest of my face, come back and show you the final look. So this is the final look. On the lips today, I'm wearing Charlotte Tilbury's Lip Cheat, and this is in the color Foxy Brown, with Urban Decay's lipstick in Backtalk, with MAC Cosmetics Cream Sheen in Boybait. product. Every single thing that I use today will be linked down below in the description box, so be sure to check that out. This powder does have a really nice color payout. Like I said, it's not a super sheer powder. It's not sheer like the Sephora Micro Smooth powders. It has pigmentation that's sort of similar to the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish powders, where it applies a good amount of coverage, but it's not a full coverage powder at all. This powder does come in 8 different shade ranges, and about 3 or 4 of them will probably work for African American skin tones. The claims of this foundation is that it's supposed to last for 24 hours, so we'll be the judge of that. It is now 1:15 p.m., so I'm going to wear this for the rest of the day and come back and let you guys know my final thoughts. Hey socialites, so I'm back and it's almost 8:30, so it's pretty much right at 7 hours later. So throughout the day I have not touched my face at all. I have not blotted or touched up whatsoever. As far as oxidation, the powder has not oxidized. It hasn't caused the foundation in any sort of way to get darker. I did use a foundation that I'm really familiar with, so I would know if there were any changes, and it looks the same. One thing that I did notice throughout the day, because I did pay extra special attention to how my foundation was looking hour after hour, is the finish of this powder. The finish of this powder gives a very silky, beautiful look to the skin that I really quite enjoyed. It sort of reminds me of the MAC Studio Radiance Primer. This is one of my absolute favorite primers to use because whatever foundation I put on top, it gives it that silky look. And whenever I do my product reviews, I don't like to use a primer underneath. I like to use the product just on skin or just on foundation if it's a powder, so it won't be affected as far as the longevity or the color in any type of way. So just the fact that it gave the skin that very beautiful, I don't know if it picks up on camera, but the skin just looks, it has a silky appearance to it that I get from that primer. So I took notice of that. Really pretty, and I feel like on pictures it's going to give a very beautiful finish. One thing to note is I don't have oily skin nor dry skin. My skin is pretty much normal. Usually after about 5 hours or so, maybe 4 to 5 hours, when the natural oils start to show through, typically I see a tiny bit of shine, usually in the T-zone area. And with this foundation, there is absolutely no shine. So I don't know what type of oil controlling properties they have in this powder, but it is most definitely real. Now, if you look really close, I do see in my eyebrows where it kind of got shiny or a little oily. Obviously, I didn't put powder in my eyebrows. I never do. So I'm like, okay, it's definitely the powder that's mattifying, because I see, you know, where my skin through the brows where it got oily. So that's really interesting, and this powder is most definitely going to be oily skin approved. Overall, what I can sum up about this powder is it has a true medium coverage. It gives the skin a beautiful silk-like appearance. It is extremely oil controlling. And lastly, y'all might need this one. I was hoping I could say this is one you guys didn't need, but you might need this one. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Like this video if you found any value in it at all. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
'Cause I've been where you are. You're too scared to show me love.